Hey, Sea Adventures fans, how's it going? We're here with another small business on I Love Local Rewards. That's right, she's offering discounts on our program to help you shop local first. All right, so here we are with Diane from Black Cat Candle, and she's going to tell us a little bit about our business. So, Diane, tell us, what's Black Cat Candle?
It is an at-home candle company run by me solely, and I make hand-poured soy candles. I make them in my basement. I have a whole workshop down there. I've been doing it now for 3 years. I love what I do. I do a lot of events. I'm slowly building up a decent following around here, and it's just something that I've wanted to do for a while. I was asked by a friend 3 years ago if I wanted to make candles, and I'm like, yeah, okay, sure, thinking it would last a month. And 3 years later, it's now just me. I changed the name, I got my LLC, and yeah, I just love making the candles. I take time to, get really good quality oils, good wax, wicks. I love buying new jars, testing new scents. I have a little bit of an oil addiction, scent addiction, if that's, you know, out there. I'm always buying new scents, trying new scents. Yeah, and I just love it. I just love making candles and having people say how much they love them. They make the house smell nice. And I also do wax melts and reed diffusers. It's not just a candle company. I make reed diffusers and I make wax melts. So there's a little bit of something for everybody.
Okay, so now, before we get into it, I want to make sure, what's the contact information? How do we get in touch with you? How do we get to order these candles from you?
Well, there are a number of ways. You can go on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Black Cat Candles LLC. And then on my website is www.blackcatcandles.com. And you can also email me at blackcatcandles9@gmail.com.
Okay, so I'll make
Any
sure.
time of day.
What was that?
Any time of day. I will message back.
All right, and I want to make sure that you know that I'm going to be tagging into the post so that way everybody can kind of see it there as well.
Yep.
Sometimes, they don't understand on the video and stuff like that, so I got to make sure I got to write it out. Got to make sure we're proficient on that.
Yep.
But the best thing is you are somebody that kind of prides yourself on the way that you make your candles. From what I'm hearing a lot from my assistant Britt is that you do a lot of natural and more, like, not in a sense holistic, but better candles than what you would find at the store. So if you could kind of break that down for me, and just so I can understand.
Yes, I actually got my Leaping Bunny certification probably towards the end of last year, which it's not easy to get. Leaping Bunny certified means that my candles are all cruelty free. They're not tested on animals. None of the oils that I use or anything, from the wax to the oils to the wicks, nothing is tested on animals. They're also toxin free and carcinogen free. So when you light them up, you'll get a nice clean burn. Excuse me. Not like you would if you went to another candle company. I pride myself on what goes on what goes into them. I can only use certain companies because I am Leaping Bunny certified. They have to sign a declaration saying that all their oils are not tested on animals and they don't have all the bad stuff in them. So yeah, I was really proud of myself to actually get that. And I tell people all the time so they know that when they do buy a candle from me, they're getting a clean, non-toxic candle.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a very important. I mean, especially because
It is.
a lot of times when people are burning their candles in their home, it's going into the air. They're breathing that in.
Yep.
And you're explaining different types of products now. So if we can kind of go into what's the difference, because I just thought candles are candles. I don't know.
I did too until I started making them and doing lots of research. I'm actually on another candle group on Facebook. I'm actually one of the moderators. So, and I'm still learning. I learn every day. I ask questions. and I help other candle makers too. So it's a learning process. Like every single day, you're always learning something new, what to do, what not to do, what to use, what not to use.
Yeah.
And it's not just a case of buying the wax, buying the scent, getting a wick, mixing it all together, throwing it in a jar. You have to do testing. There's different size wicks for different size jars. It's not a one wick fits all. It would be easy if it was, but it's not. So I have to do like hours and hours of wick testing on different jars to make sure that, the wick is the correct size. You know, the wax that I use, it's soy wax. So not only is it a good wax, but I'm also supporting the local soybean farmers here. Like all my wax is from this country. Um, and I just love soy, and 99% of my customers want soy. If I switched over to paraffin, and there's nothing wrong with paraffin, really, it's whatever you like. Wax, we always tell all the new candle people that join the group, wax is a personal choice. So you pick which one you want to work with and go with it. But I know all my customers love the fact that I use soy. And, I have some really unique scents. I have your regular run-of-the-mill scents, but then I pick a few that people are like, oh, this is really different. So I like to do that, and I bring in certain jars for certain times of the year. I always try and keep it fresh. I always try and have something for everybody.
So you'll have like custom jars for like Halloween or Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, that kind of
Yes.
stuff.
Yes, yeah, and I also do what I call sassy candles, where if anybody has a quote or something, I can put it onto a jar for them, either in vinyl or I can make it into a sticker. I do all that. I've had a couple of people ask me for memorial candles, so I've made those. I try, if I can do it and do it well, I will do it for you. But if not, then I won't. I won't put my name behind something that is not well done, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No. So now, I guess there's a process to burning a candle, right? I mean,
Yes,
some people have
there
said that the
is.
way that you're supposed to burn a candle, you're supposed to light. Like, tell us how. You're the expert. Tell us how are we supposed to properly light a candle?
Well, first of all, you got to trim the wick 1/4 inch before each burn. And then you light the candle, you keep it in a draft-free place. You burn it no more than 4 to 5 hours. You don't burn it and let it go all day. I've done that many, many a time. And you got to let it reach full melt pool, meaning you got to have a pool of liquid on the top of your candle. And yeah, you basically blow it out, and then when you relight it, you trim the wick again. Don't add anything to the candle, like dried herbs, coffee beans, essential oil, nothing. Whatever is in that candle is in that candle. You never add anything to any of the candles that I make for you,
Okay.
because it can be a fire hazard.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, plus, like, if you burn the wick the wrong way, it kind of like, if I remember correctly, it burrows into the candle
It
differently.
tunneling,
Oh,
tunneling.
yes. See, I've been
Yes, if
reading.
you there you go. If you don't let it reach full melt pool, soy has what they call a memory. So when you blow it out, it will only melt to where it was the last time, and it will tunnel. And it will also tunnel if the wick is not big enough.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, these are some important things. If people didn't know this, I mean, they could be wasting their candles and stuff like that. I mean, or causing some sort of fire hazard. Now, with candles being what they are, and you said that you had different styles, like you had like oils. You said,
I use fragrance oils, and they have hints of essential oil in them. I don't make candles with full-blown essential oils for a number of reasons. One is certain essential oils, when they are burnt, can be toxic.
okay,
Two, they're very, very expensive, and for the amount that I use, it just wouldn't work, and the scent burns off very, very quickly.
okay.
So I use fragrance oils that are specially formulated for candles from only two companies, and they only have hints of essential oils
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of trying to, understand because, like there are corporations that offer candles, and you're in a different company that, is local to the Hudson Valley. And
Yep.
you
Fish
also
gill.
pride yourself, as you already explained, that you do things a lot differently to make sure that people know it's not animal tested and it has toxin and carcinogenic properties free.
Yes.
And you know, the important thing is people got to understand that having scents in your home, or even having it go in your home, it's not just you that's going to be smelling that or inhaling the materials, but it's going to also be your family members and anybody that
Pets.
visits
Yep.
you. So, you know, your
Yep.
pets, I mean, you know, that type of thing as well.
Yep.
Uh, and now you said you started about 3 years ago, and you're
Yes.
still learning here. And I know that with COVID, you know, a lot of events have gotten canceled. I mean, are there any events coming up that you're going to be a part of or is there any events that are you already know are going to be happening later this year?
Yes. Right now, I am doing an event in March at Camp Hurlick in Paxson. Date off the top of my head, I can't remember. I'm doing one of yours, April 10th,
I'm looking
I
at a
believe.
location. We're going for it.
Yes. And hopefully, fingers crossed. Oh, and I'm doing Walkway Over the Hudson for the Mother's Day and for the one that she does in October. And fingers crossed, I'm back at Bethel Woods.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I've signed up, just waiting to hear back.
Now, is it more ordering off of your website that they do it? Like, we'll look at all the scents and stuff like that, or do they call you and tell you like, hey, I would like this specific scent, or they message you on Facebook, or is it something that you have on your website that says we have these scents available?
On my Facebook page, pinned to the top is my scent list, and it tells you what is in each of those scents, like the notes, the top note, the middle note, the bottom note, all what goes in to make that one scent, and also on my website as well. But the thing is with candles, I can describe a scent to you and you can say, oh, that smells amazing. And then when I send it to you, you're like, this is nothing what she thought. So that's why when I do events, people love candles, people love to smell them before they buy. I get that. But I do have a lot of repeat customers that know my scents. And then again, when I get new customers, I direct them towards certain ones that I think they'll like, and they buy them and they really, really love them. So, and I also sometimes I'll make like little tea lights and throw in a scent that they wouldn't normally think to try. And then they'll email me and say, oh my God, I really like that scent. I want a bigger jar. And one of the good ways to try my scents is to buy tea lights. I do offer tea lights, and they can get an assortment of all my scents, however many they want. And then when they order a larger jar, I give them 10% off that order.
Okay.
So, and it's, you know, it's a good way to commit. Instead of buying a big jar and then finding out I really hate the scent, you buy a little tea light. Oh, I love it. I'll buy a bigger jar now.
What's a tea light?
A tea light is like a tiny little candle.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I know some stuff. I don't know a lot of stuff. So
Tea light probably lasts for anywhere from like 3 to 4, maybe 5 hours tops.
Okay.
And it's just a tiny little candle.
Okay.
If I had one around, I would show you, but I don't.
Light for like you're having guests over and you want to have like your house smell.
Ambiance.
Yeah. Okay. You got the words for me. That's fine.
And also, you can use plain, not unscented tea lights for wax warmers as well, because they will only last for like 4 or 5 hours and then they burn out and then the wax hardens on top of the wax warmer and you're fine. You can ask me what a wax warmer is now, aren't you?
Throw these whammies at me and then just stop. You got to explain that to me a little bit. So wax warmer.
A wax warmer. Can I just go and get one? It's right there. Can I go off camera?
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
All right.
Ready. Okay. So a wax warmer is something that, this is my personal one, so excuse it, is this. Okay. And you basically see how this is all wax, hardened wax. So what you do is, this is a tea light. This is not my tea light, by the way. This is a tea light. Mine are actually higher. And you put it in and you light it and it melts the wax. So then you get the scent without the flame of a candle. So if you happen to forget to blow it out, the tea light will extinguish itself after 4-5 hours top.
Okay.
and then the wax hardens. Then you get another tea light and put it in. You also have electric tea lights, wax warmers, sorry, that are plugged in, and you switch them on. And I also have one of those too. But I also have candles all over the house because I make candles, so
Yeah.
I can go downstairs and pick which one I want at any time of day.
Now, you're not
But
making
yeah,
any, like, you're not making like wax figures down there too, are you?
I actually do pillow molds. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I was just
I
throwing that
do.
out there. That's awesome.
No, I do, and I always forget to like tell people about them. I have a Buddha. I do a tree of life. I have one that has skulls on it for Halloween. I have one that has fairies on it. Yeah, I have all different types.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
yeah.
Told you something
But
around.
that's a whole different ball game. That's like
Yeah,
a whole different wax. That's a whole
yeah.
different ball game to do
But you
that.
basically could set that up for like a party or something like that, if somebody's throwing a party and they wanted something
Yeah,
cool. Awesome.
yeah. I think Gina, the personalized, is it Gina Pagan? She bought some of my pillar molds for
Oh,
her,
personal plates.
yeah, personal plates
Yeah.
for her
Chef
table
G.
settings.
Shout out to Chef G. Woo, woo.
Yeah, she's amazing. Love her.
Yeah, so
Love her.
I appreciate your time, and I know that you got to get back to making candles. I want to make sure that we capture your contact information, especially after somebody watched this whole video. They probably forgot from the beginning, so I want to make sure that they capture all the contact information to get a hold of you in case they wanted their candles ASAP, or for any of those occasions. So just to go back one more time, Black Cat Candles, how do we get in contact with you?
Either on Facebook at facebook.com/blackcatcandlesllc, or on my website, www.blackcatcandles.com, or you can email me at blackcatcandles9, the number 9, at gmail.com.
All right, awesome. Diane, thank you very much for allowing me to interview you. I just wanted to make sure that we let people know about small businesses like yours, that the amazing things that you do. There's also something that you're doing from now till, well, when this...
from March 1st till May 15th. I am
Okay.
doing a fundraiser for an amazing nonprofit organization called the Hudson Valley House of Hope. And we are running a fundraiser online. You have to go onto my website. And if you put in the comments at checkout the word hope, then I know that it's for this fundraiser. 20% of all sales will go towards the Hudson Valley House of Hope.
That's awesome.
Which, if nobody knows what it is a nonprofit, and it is a...
They're similar in the sense to Grace Smith House, except the Hudson Valley House of Hope is based out of the Hudson Valley. They're not as big of an organization.
But they do an amazing job.
They provide clothing. We did, for the Kiwanis, we did a pajama party for the kids when they, are sometimes leaving in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Whether it be male or female or whatever, they're running in the middle of the night because of domestic violence. The first thing that they ask for is they need pajamas. So that was something that we did with the Kiwanis, and it's something that they continually do to protect these families that have been in a domestic violent type of situation, to help the mother or the father or the children. But for the most part, I know that they do help out women more than they do men. But they have that capability that they could help men. But you'd have to kind of talk to them about that. But I know that they definitely help out the mothers and their children, kind of replace them and kind of help them during this time of crisis.
So exactly.
Shout out to you. I mean, it's definitely a very notable thing that, I always talk about is when you shop local, you give local, which is, in your local community, which is what you're doing. And that comes full circle. It helps not only you as a person, but it helps the community as well. And that person, when they get older, will understand, hey, this small business helps support my time of need, and that's something that a lot of corporations around the US, they can't really say that, small businesses like you do. You guys are the small champions to them throwing money at something. You guys, do what you can to help support some of these small not-for-profits. So shout out to you. Thank you very
And I
much.
mean, let's be honest, Ramon, small businesses are the heart of every single village, town, and especially now with COVID, we need to support small businesses more.
Yes.
The big box stores will always be there. They'll always have support, whatever kind of support, they will always have it. But it's the small businesses, the mom and pop places that need support right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
that's what I Love Local Rewards is all about. So if you guys haven't gotten your card or you haven't gotten your membership, go to ilovelocalrewards.com, buy an account or a card. The cards are now digital, so it actually lowers our carbon footprint so that you could use everything through the website. Once you have your card, you can utilize businesses just like Diane's at Black Hat Candle, or any of the other, we're almost up to 90 different businesses now that are
A lot of good
offering
ones.
that program. And it's all small local businesses. There's no large corporations to the point where they are outside of the Hudson Valley. And we actually help promote them constantly on I Love Local Rewards. So if you are a business that's interested, definitely jump on board. We have very reasonable pricing for you. And all you have to do is just send us a message and we'll take it from there. And we'll help you be your local and make it our local. So that being said,
Exactly.
everybody, thank you, Diane, very much.
Thank you, Ramon. It was a pleasure.
And I Love Local Rewards, where your local is our local, and we'll check you at the next small business.